You want to play a little game? I got a little something cooked up for you. Russ, you got any NBA music you can throw on
Is that what we
in the
smelled
background?
earlier?
Yeah. You got a little because I'm sitting here. We've entered the final week of the NBA's regular season. Oh hell yeah! We're gonna round ball rock
You
this.
can't beat the round ball rock.
Okay. We are a week until the playoffs are officially set, and we get ready in earnest for playoff basketball. Well, not here in Portland, of course.
No, it's still getting ready for playoff basketball, just adjacent.
By adjacent, you mean we all watching.
Getting ready for somebody else's playoff basketball.
That's right. All right, I've got some pressing questions that I have for you about the NBA. I want to get your thoughts on. All right, I'm going to start. Are the Bucks in trouble? They've lost 4 games in a row. 2 of them were back-to-back games when they were double-digit favorites, and that has never happened, losing back-to-back games as a double-digit favorite. 4 in a row, and this one was a game that the fourth was one that you should be able to get up for because it was the New York Knicks, a playoff team.
I do worry about them a little bit. They need to get Dame back and healthy. Middleton might be cooked.
He has not looked good at all.
No, he might be cooked, and their depth is going to be a real issue. I thought they would have enough between Dame, Giannis, Brooke, and what's left of Chris post-injuries. But I don't know, man. Their depth is really hurting them. Portis seems to be the only guy they can really count on for much of anything, which it sucks. You know, that group is just hanging on by a thread, but also at the same time, let's see what happens come playoff time, and you've got to deal with the Greek Freak.
All right, question number 2. Will Luka and Kyrie be a problem for the West? They've won 10 of their last 11 games. Most of those 10 are not hang your hat on victories, except for they did beat the Denver Nuggets 107-105 to kind of start this run off. But they have 2 wins over the Jazz. They beat the Spurs. They beat the Rockets and the Hawks mixed in there. But Luka and Kyrie, there is something to those 2 guys finding their stride, and they could be sitting there currently as the 5th seed in the West.
They're the most terrifying team in the league, not named the Denver Nuggets. And yes, I'm putting them ahead of Boston.
Oh.
Over the last 2 weeks, they're number 9 in offense, number 3 in defense. They're healthy. You're seeing Lively and Gafford and P.J. Washington being perfect complements to Luka Doncic, and Kyrie has finally just shut up and dribbled.
He actually...
Turns out when he just shuts up and plays basketball, an elite talent. Who knew?
Has he said anything about the eclipse?
It's not.
God dang
well,
it.
it's not real, so you won't hear from him. Okay, on that note, the 4 seed in the West, despite winning 6 of the last 7, the Clippers are going to get swept.
Yeah, James Harden got benched the other night because of how crappy he was, and they're saying it was because of injury. I'm going to go ahead and go on a limb that's pretty solid and say he got sat down because he was playing like utter dog crap. Okay. Paul George is going to end up being All-NBA this year. He's been tremendous. Kawhi Leonard is made of balsa wood, and James Harden doesn't give a damn. So the terrifying thing is if Harden decides, I'm going to care, and Kawhi gets healthy for a month, they could end up in Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
So I don't trust them at all. I don't trust them at all.
I don't either.
They have
team in the playoffs.
The biggest difference between floor and ceiling in the entire NBA right now.
I love Los Angeles!
And all the toilets. You know what? I didn't even mention this when they came to town.
Yeah.
Steve Ballmer, man of the people.
He is a man of the people.
You know I know.
We
this
know
man?
that.
You know how I know?
We know this to be true.
Because he came into the media room and waited in line to use that bathroom in the media room.
Oh, really? And waited in line for it.
Yeah.
He didn't go to his private
Owner's
owner bathroom.
little bathroom that they can use. Man of the people.
Yeah. I've heard he's a really good dude. He's got family here.
They did it. They played, the back-to-back games here both nights.
All right.
We all kind of looked around like, look at this.
All right.
It's like a guy worth like $70 billion using the everyman toilet.
All right.
Good for him.
Now watch this drive.
Well, the 76ers upset a 2 seed.
They can.
And I say this because I say, will they upset a 2 seed? There's only now 1 game between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Orlando Magic and New York Knicks. A game and a half separates Milwaukee and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Mm-hmm.
Milwaukee's lost 4 in a row? And now you have these other teams getting a little plucky, getting better as they go on. The 76ers, winners of 5 straight, and Embiid looks really damn good.
I think maybe if you're the Bucks, maybe you look at this strategery, and go, how can we avoid Boston for the longest and have the cleanest path? I'm serious.
Oh, my gosh. Really?
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I'd love to see
because
it.
the East right now doesn't make any sense. It's beat to hell.
Yeah.
It's beat to hell, and it's not nearly as good as everybody said it was going to be.
All right. Are the Lakers going to win a playoff series? Everybody seems to really love the Lakers.
Playoff series as in play-in or an actual playoff series?
A playoff series.
No.
Okay.
No.
They would meet either Minnesota, Denver, or Oklahoma City, depending how the top 2 seeds shake out.
No.
No?
No.
There's a lot of buzz.
They'll get a game. Maybe even 2. They're not winning a series.
Okay. As the Milwaukee Bucks have had a tough time gelling all season long, the Suns have had the same thing. The Phoenix Suns are sitting at 6th in the West. That seems to be where their lot in life is, even though they're feasibly, in this last week, if they don't get it together, they could drop all the way down as far as 9th in the Western Conference if they hit the skids. If the Suns... Is the Sun season a disappointment without a conference finals appearance?
Yes. I think it's pretty easy to go with, too. The interesting thing is the Suns fit the profile of a team that should be a lot better than they are. They have the 8th best offense and the 12th best defense. Historically, you want a team to be top 5 in one of them and top 10 in the other, and you have a title contender. So they're just outside the window for both of those, and yet you can't trust them further than you can throw them because Bradley Beal's a shell of what he was 3 years ago. Kevin Durant is getting dinged up, and Booker's hamstrings are made of plastic.
If they get Nurkic back,
and Suns fans not thrilled with him right now.
Well, we told you.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
We told
DeAndre
you.
Ayton for the last 3 weeks.
Looking pretty good. All right, Cleveland Cavaliers. Were a plucky upstart last year. You loved them last year. They came out like gangbusters again this year, but
injuries.
This thing is starting to fall apart and unravel. Do the Cleveland Cavaliers need home court to win a playoff series? They are a half game back of the New York Knicks for the 4 seed. If they in that 4-5 matchup, both these teams are beat to hell.
Yeah, I'm going to go with yes, just because I feel like the Knicks probably would have a pretty solid home court advantage. New York doesn't care about the team when they're bad, but when they care, they really show out, and I think that could swing a game. As much as New York handled Cleveland last year, I think they're in a better position, at least mentally, to kind of understand what's going on. But physically, both teams are beat to hell. No Randall for the Knicks. You don't know what Donovan Mitchell's status is going to be. Darius Garland's still dealing with bumps, nicks, whatever you want to call it, after having a broken jaw. Mobley's been in and out of the lineup. I mean, they're both mash units, so it's a coin toss with the way that series develops.
when I think about playoffs, my nipples get hurt.
Is this the worst year to win the lottery in over a decade?
Yes. The only
solely because the Blazers are going to be in it again.
Well, I mean, they've been in it for 3 years. Just,
Well, look
throwing
how
it out
that's
there.
gone.
And this just became one of the worst days I have had in quite some time.
The last time the lottery was this bad was Anthony Bennett.
Yeah, which was 11 years ago. That's why I said in a decade. So that qualifies. If you look back, probably the one that you're going, it's not that great was 2021.
Sure. And that was because of COVID and nobody really knew what was coming out with guys. I have had probably a half dozen or more scouts say some version of, I'm so bleeping done with this class. Like they want to watch 2025.
It's a great year to have 2 lottery picks.
Well, it's one of those situations where you just don't know. Somebody's going to pop from this class. Somebody's going to be a Hall of Famer. Somebody's going to be an all-time
you look at that,
All-NBA guy. You just don't have a clear idea of who it's going to be.
Anthony Bennett drafted was Giannis.
Yeah.
And
you just don't know who it's going to and you found Rudy Gobert in the second round.
Yeah.
Like you don't know. It's flat. Is it Alex Sarr? Is it Reza Shea? Or is Rob Dillingham, is he more than Malik Monk 2.0?
Is it flat, a shout out to Kyrie Irving?
No, the odds are flat.
Oh, okay.
I don't need to take
Not the earth?
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't need to find ways to take shots at Kyrie. He makes it easy for me.